And now, live from Las Vegas, the Joey Ciccone Show.
The Joey Ciccone Show.
Connected.
I'm Tony Napoli. I am honored to present the series, My Father, My Don. Al Capone was impressed with my father enough to offer him a job he knew he couldn't refuse. He was assigned to assassinate Eliot Ness. Though he failed at the attempts, he ended up killing federal agent Joe Fizzelli. After the Eliot Ness situation, my father came back to New York to find the bosses had a newfound respect for him. My father rose to power by founding and controlling the biggest gambling empire in the United States for close to 40 years. His business was estimated to be around $150 million a year operation. He employed over 1,000 men. He was also involved in all the big boxing events that included many championship bouts. He spread his wings to Cuba, Las Vegas, Lake Tahoe, Reno, and the Bahamas. One of the things that separated my father from many of the other wise guys was he took care of the people of the neighborhood. When I came of age, I entered the United States Air Force with a rising star in the boxing game with hopes of entering the Olympics. After my mother had gotten sick, my father used his powers to get me honorably discharged from the United States Air Force. After my return, I fell into the hands of alcohol for the majority of my life. In 1961, I was shook down for money by a New Jersey police chief in my alcoholic state. I decided it was a good idea to teach him a lesson, one he would never forget. My father was put in prison after the RICO law took effect. In 1994, I ended a life of alcohol after I cut some young punk's balls for taking advantage of my 19-year-old daughter at college. The court sentenced me to 3 years intensive AA therapy, and I've been sober ever since. Today I live my clean life of sobriety, spending my time doing two things: loving my family and helping veterans get benefits they deserve from this government. I'm Tony Napoli. My Father, My Don. A true story about family that spans 3 generations.
Everybody, how you doing? It's Joey Ciccone. We are here at the World Center of Broadcast Media. I want to say happy Friday to you. I'm so glad you're joining me. Remember always to chat in. Right now I'm waiting for my calling guest. We're having a little technical issue coming back and forth, but today my guest is Tony Knapp. Okay, his father basically is Jimmy Knapp. May he rest in peace. Jimmy Knapp was an enforcer for the Genovese family, okay? And we're going to have some wild stories for you today. I mean, for my opening. Again, I want to wish you a happy Friday and everything else. Hope you're all doing good. Tony's calling in from New York City. I do want to mention, okay, I have a very dear, close friend named Jeff Carnesi, okay? He does a show called it's Mob Talk, and right now Jeff's had a heart attack. Recently, I found out yesterday, and we want to send out our prayers and love to him. Okay, we love him very much, and Jeff, get better, my friend, because we love you, brother, and you're always a friend of the Joey Ciccone Show Connected. Tony! Tony!
You keep bringing me, I keep bringing you. What's going on?
Hi, buddy. That's Tony Nap on the phone, friends. Tone, hang on 1 second. We just aired that beautiful video that you saw of Tony Nap. Right after Joey's intro, we come into Tony Nap. Tony's been calling us. We've been calling him. You know, when you're dealing with back east and the satellites and everything else, I'd love him to be sitting here right now, but I don't want to take any more time. But I did open up, Tony, with my beautiful friend Tony Nap Napoli, son of Genovese boss Jimmy Nap. And the book, I loved it. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know if that's a word that I should use, but my father, my Don. Okay, and Tony specifically said, Joey, check out chapter 21. Talks about Vegas. We're getting all into that. Tone, I'm not going to take up any more time. How you doing today?
I'm all right, but I'm trying to get through to you. Well,
that's all right.
How you doing?
You got through to me. It's all beautiful. We were calling you. You were calling us. We didn't want to miss you.
Yeah.
But the opening's there. Tony Nap, live from New York. Man, I'll tell you something. Go ahead. Go ahead. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Joe, yes.
Okay, buddy. So listen to me right off the bat. My birthday's tomorrow. I don't want a gift under $100, so make sure you send something out. Is that okay?
What?
No, I said my birthday's tomorrow. Don't send a gift under $100. Little joke.
I said that once to a guy. Went to his birthday party and toasted him and said, "Giordano Luna," and he threw the glass at me. I said, "What's the matter with you?" He said, "I'm 100 years old now. What do you want me to live? One more day?"
Tone, I did this. I always say, "Salud, Gentan. May you live to be 100." I toasted a guy. He died a day later. Same story. I love it, brother. Listen to me. Listen very clear, because I know we're over the phone, and we're praying for the best quality today, but we're going to have a beautiful, wonderful show with you. I love the book. We have right now posted on the back on the green screen the Connected Show. We're going to get into all the other things that we talked about. I want to step right into talking about, when did you find out, and if I may say out of respect, when did you find out Daddy was involved as a boss in the mob, in whatever we want to call it at this time?
I found out when I was an amateur fighter, trained to fight the Golden Gloves when I was 15 years old, trained for 1 year to get the Golden Gloves. You had to be 16 years old. And I went to the gym where all the fighters were that my father was connected with. And he could never get a legal license as a manager, so he had a couple of guys front for him. And in the gym, it was, he didn't want me to go to Stillman's gym. And he wanted his fighters over at the Trinity Club on Montague and Court Street. You know that. You were from that area, I think, Joe.
Of course, but, you know...
Montague and Court Street, yeah.
Gabish, but...
St. George Hotel.
Right. Definitely know of...
So
Go ahead.
So he wanted privacy for his fighters, and he wanted a clean gym, a spotless gym. And I would train with them and box with them, with Joe Michelli, with Patty DeMarco, with Rollo Lestaza, and I learned, how to box early in life. And I used to hear them say in the dressing room after we would train and spar, I would hear them say, hey, listen, we got to get to Jimmy Nap because we want to get a fight at the Garden, a main event or something. And I said to myself, they're talking about my father, and I'm in the shower listening to them.
Right.
And sure enough, that's when I found out my father was not just an average worker man. That he always carried a box of cigars in the car with him, and at home he had a humidor with cigars in it, and I always thought he was a cigar salesman or something.
Right.
Yeah. So that's when I found out that he wasn't an average working man. No.
Tone.
At that time, yeah.
Tone, listen.
The fighters try to get.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now we're just I'm gonna take a small, quick break with that opening because those people got to see. Not those people. I'm sorry. My fans, my friends, Tony's fans and friends got to see that opening, which was very important. We're gonna come right back on the second segment. We're getting into some heavy-duty stuff. Our backdrops today are showing a lot of things. This man controlled Caesar at one time. Tony, we're going to be right back. Me and you will talk on the break. You're watching the Joey Ciccone Show, connected live from Las Vegas, World Center of Broadcast Media. We'll be right back.